What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Basement Show. I got a whole table worth of goodies from Big Apple Comic Con that I'm going to show you guys later. We had a pretty, well, it was mostly a shit week in comics this week. From Bubble Comics, we have Allies Issue 1 and Igor Grom. We got Dark Horse's American Gods, Shadows, DC's Batwoman, Dynamite's Vampirella Volume 4, Issue 1. From Marvel Comics, Amazing Spider-Man, Issue 25. Valiant's Divinity 3, Escape from the Gulag 396. And He-Man and Thundercats came to a conclusion, and so did Monsters Unleashed. Guys, I'm still not drinking. Dad's still not smoking. But I want you to drink with me in spirit. Pun, once again, unapologetically intended. Grab your drinks, and we'll see you after the credits.
You may or may not realize that if you like pierce your phone battery, it will explode.
Cool.
Yeah. Just all these lithium-ion batteries, like the inside is like this explosive liquid.
They should do some shit like that in Arrow. He should throw the phone at somebody, draw the bow, and shoot the phone and make it explode.
Good idea.
How dope would that be?
Or the only dope thing on that fucking show.
I was about to say, probably the only fucking dope thing to happen on that show.
That show's disappointing.
You know what? I'm still, again, far better than Season 4.
Yeah, but, I mean, come on. When are you going to stop comparing shit to shit and realize it's really stanky piss?
Here's my problem with the CW shows. And I still enjoyed them. I still have fun with them. But the formula for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. works better. 3 story arcs, each with a little piece that is going to lead into the next story arc. The first story arc introduced the Darkhold. We got Ghost Rider out of it. Then the Darkhold was causing more problems.
LMDs, yeah.
And now we've got LMDs causing more problems in the third story arc that's coming later this in April. That seems to be a better working formula than these big, massive 22-episode story arcs with filler episodes in between.
Yeah.
Because Supernatural does that too, and I'm not sure what the rest of the CW does, but it seems to be their, you know, their claim to fame.
Is Berlanti behind the Supernatural shit?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so it's just CW?
That's Bobby Singer is the Robert Singer is the producer, I think. He's the director. Eric Kripke's one of them's the director, one of them's the producer. Robert Singer and Eric Kripke. Either way, the point is, at least with Supernatural, the filler episodes are involved with monsters, and you know they're hunting some sort of like supernatural creature. With Flash and Arrow, the filler episodes are and they don't shut the fuck up. When was the last time you saw a villain of the week, even on Flash?
The development of Barry is annoying. I can't stand Iris already. And you were disliking her for a while.
She's annoying.
Yeah, well, now she's reached the annoying point for me.
I mean, she's hot. That's why she gets a pass, because I'm a simple creature. So, this week's Amazing Spider-Man saw Spidey going after his old pal, the Green Goblin. And he barely even found him in the regular story in this issue. All we got was him chasing somebody who he thought was Norman Osborn, and it wasn't. And Norman Osborn shows up at the end, and apparently he's been getting this like facial reconstruction surgery, like the chameleon, to look different, so Spider-Man couldn't find him, so nobody could find him.
So that mustache again?
Yeah.
Oh, that's I mean,
in this book, we saw Silver Sable come back. That was probably the most important thing of the regular issue.
Drawn well, too.
Oh, yeah. Stuart Imonen, whatever.
Yes.
His artwork, well, I couldn't pronounce, I used to call him Imimim.
Yeah.
But that was when his artwork sucked. Now, I'll give him the respect that I'll pronounce his name correctly. He has gotten exponentially better over the years. This book, the Spider-Man is so much better drawn now than when Imimim was doing, what was that, Secret Invasion?
I don't remember.
The one with the Skrulls.
I don't remember.
It's almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
God almighty.
True says Osborn had a Hulk Hogan mustache.
Osborn did have a Hulk Hogan mustache. So now he's coming back next issue, whatever. This was a bit filler in that regard, because Silver Sable didn't even show up till the end. The reason to buy this book is it is the first appearance of Doc Ock and his new guys and his new body. He's running around in a Spider-Man clone prototype.
Didn't I tell you that?
Yep, you did. You called that shit weeks ago. And I'm happy for it, because he beats the shit out of some Hydra goons, and then, thanks to Arnim Zola, assumes command of a Hydra cell.
Yeah, which is...
a la Secret Empire, which is...
I'm alright with that. I mean, I don't care for that little costume he's rocking.
But it makes sense. Octopi, fucking Hydras, tentacle, lots of arms and shit. It makes perfect sense. And it's a little bit of a take on the Spider-Man mask. So it's basically Doc Ock as the superior octopus. He's just really got to never, ever say octopus sense tingling ever again.
Eastwood, we go to Big Apple, New York Comic Con. Try to keep it local.
Yeah. So, yes.
I liked it.
I loved it. I love the idea of Doc Ock as this new fucking hyped up villain. He was always my favorite villain. Always. And now that they're finally bringing his ass back and gave him a bit of a kickstart, awesome.
He needs to change the name of his power.
I looked it up. Octopi do not have a sixth sense that I could find. Yeah. If any of you out there are perusing any nature sites and you come across an article about an octopus having a sixth sense of danger, you email that shit to questions@peachbasement.com, because I would like to read it. I tried to find it after that because I'm like, octopus sense tingling. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
It was stupid.
But other than that, I mean,
it's cool.
I'm gonna be the teacher that drops your lowest grade.
And his haircut needs... He has a weird racist type of...
Well, he's got that fucking Osborn hair.
No.
I mean, not Osborn. He's got the Doc Ock hair with the fucking part down the middle. That's what he does.
We'll get to those movies.
He parts it like fucking Moe from the Three Stooges.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
I got confused because Osborn's got his own set of fucking hair too.
According to Vegetable Tube, they have an 8th sense of danger.
Interesting. 8th sense.
Still don't like it.
What happened to the other two? In the middle, we just skipped that one.
Right.
Scientists have found a new number between 6 and 7 called Bleen. So before we continue, I want to raise my glass and wish a very happy birthday to our buddy Jarhead.
Jarhead.
John Andrew Reyes' birthday. How old is that kid? Is that kid legal yet?
He is.
Is he? He's 21?
Oh, I don't know if he's 21. I mean, he lives with his girlfriend. So if he's not drinking, at
you
least
can do that shit
else
at 18.
He's doing is fun.
I mean, you can move out of your parents' house at like 18. I don't... Can I buy you a shot yet, kid? Can I? When are you coming up to New York? Because the odds on me making it down to
wherever
the South, generalize, are slim. However, we just got asked what comic
22.
Conventions... What's that?
Thanks, guys. 22.
Dude, he's 22. He's been watching this shit since like he was 15.
Yeah.
We have been a bad influence on this kid for at least a third of his life.
And he still has his shit together. He pretty much runs a comic shop. He has a really cute girlfriend. He has his own place at 22.
Kind of throws things into perspective, doesn't it?
Kind of fucking does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Little hate for you on your birthday, Jarhead.
Yeah.
Happy fucking birthday. I hope you choke on your cake.
Daniel Velez, what's up, dude?
Oh, man.
Thanks for joining.
So we got asked what comic conventions we go to. I'm also looking into the Big Apple. We just got out of Big Apple. Well, did you ever get the case? No, I did not yet.
Okay. All right, Lord.
Still in the process.
Listen to this, John. Yo, my dad introduced me to you guys when MySpace was still relevant.
Wow.
Shit, thank you.
Did we have a MySpace?
John said that?
Yeah.
Jarhead?
I don't think we had a MySpace.
We did have a MySpace.
We did?
Oh, yeah, dude. I ran that shit from Ruby's.
Well, yeah.
But that was when we used to make like the fucking holiday flyers and I would go posting them on everyone's wall because that's what you had to do.
I remember that. Yeah.
Damn.
Love Danny.
Fuck. So we just got out of Big Apple Con. I'm also looking into East Coast Comic Con. We will be there. I believe that's the end of April, if I'm not mistaken. There's
April's a big month for you.
April's a big month. Fuck else happened in April?
Bachelor party.
Well, that March 31st, April. Yeah, I guess April 1st and 2nd.
Starting out one bang and then a totally different bang.
Oh, man, Easter's on the 16th. You know I'm going to finish a whole bottle of... No, I'm not. I'm going to take one sip and be bombed off my ass of fucking whatever whiskey I can get my grubby mitts on.
You get shit-faced in the resurrection of Christ.
Yo. Jesus Christ turned water into wine at his boy's wedding. This was a fun motherfucker to be around. Just gonna throw that out there.
World's the World in May. Absolute sticking and going. I mean,
where's Wizard World? Is that the one in Philly?
No, this is Wizard World's all over the place.
I know.
This is Absolute.
Oh, well, yeah, clearly not Philly.
She should go. You should go. Have fun. I mean, I heard
Wizard World is a big one, so you'll have fun.
It's a little run, like a little bitchy, but
I mean, your casual fan will never run into the fucking childishness of inner Comic-Con woes. There's one at Nassau Coliseum called Eternal Con. I think that's in July, so that's a yes. I believe we'll be going to that one as well. I want to get down to Baltimore.
There's a lot of cons popping up now.
One of these days, bro, we're getting to ECC.
Yeah, Shadows of
Mordor. Yeah, Emerald City Comic Con out in Seattle. Oh, yeah. And I mean, of course, there's the Gala of Galas, the San Diego Con. It'll happen one day. But Big Apple was a complete success. I bought a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Yes, awesome.
First of all, got my picture taken with John Bernthal, the Punisher, who, as near as I could tell, was in character the entire time.
He looks fierce.
Because he was a little scary, I'm not going to lie. He kind of had this mean mug on. I told him that his portrayal of the Punisher was the most emotion I had ever seen put into a character. And he had a genuine answer. He was like, he's like, oh man, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Like, it was a genuine answer, but he was still scary. And it's funny because our friend texted Ramon and I when I sent him the picture, and he's like, wow, yeah, I was kind of surprised at how short he was when I first met him, and I gave him the finger and an emoji and said I was surprised at how tall he was. So you see, there in and of itself is Einstein's theory of relativity. Everything is relative.
This is true.
He was a good, like, head taller than me.
Yeah.
Might have heels on.
He might have had heels on. No, he didn't. He didn't at all.
I'm just guessing.
So I also picked up...
Well, hold on, Jared. If you guys let me know when you're coming down to HeroCon in Charlotte, North Carolina, he might be going for the first time this year.
Nice. I know he also does his own little mini cons in his shop.
When is HeroCon, Jar? Let us know.
And point out the good barbecue joints.
Yeah. Yes. Preferably not the ones that they're going to kill you at.
Preferably not those.
So I picked up Batman and the Shadow team up. And the Joker's Playground. Classic cover issue.
Yeah. Those two Jokers fighting?
Yeah. Batman 300. Classic cover. First Deathlock. I snagged the first 2 appearances of the Crime Syndicate.
Nice.
From my boy Gary.
Oh, Gary.
Classic cover of the Justice League, the Funhouse cover. I got one of my first older Archies with the silly covers because I had to get the karate cover.
Of course you did.
Got the last 2 appearances of Better Ray Bill. It was a 339 and 340. It was a 4-issue arc.
Oh, okay.
The last 2 in that thing.
Okay.
And I just won the other 2 on eBay.
Oh, of course you did.
Yeah. First appearance of the New Warriors. Might want to get a hold of those.
Oh, nice. I was wondering why you got this.
Yep.
It's a cool cover, though.
First 2 appearances of the Abomination.
Why him?
I don't know. It was on the list. So and they were cheap. And Moon Knight #1. Not bad.
You still trying to get that first appearance?
Still trying, man. For the no. For the very first time, I'm actually entering a raffle on the Instagrams for Werewolf by Night 9.0. Because, I mean, I've burned $20 on dumber shit, so I might as well.
You really have.
Yeah, way dumber shit. Also, we got to talk to Michael Valentine in person. Now, if you were watching 3 weeks ago, so time has no meaning to me anymore. 3 weeks, I believe it was. We talked to Michael in our very first live Skype interview from all the way out in California. Hopefully you watched the episode, because if I do say so myself, the editing came out fucking flawlessly.
Humble.
No, it really did.
Ever so humble.
Fucking really did. Michael is the director, producer of Comics Beyond the Comic Book Pages, a little documentary with interviews with Stan Lee, Neal Adams, Frank Miller, Mark Silvestri, and a whole bunch of other writers, artists, even fans. They're at comic shops talking to people. They're talking to like hardcore comic collectors. This was one of the coolest documentary style movies that I've watched in a while. I went on Sunday to the premiere down in the basement of the Penn Plaza Hotel. And, yeah, I was all set to just watch a documentary. There have been so many put out on comics in the last maybe 3 to 5 years or so that this little nerd bubble has established itself.
Cool. Mini comic.
Yeah. Michael told us he's got a little mini comic in there as well. So, 2 dreams in 1. So, I mean, I'm all set to sit there and watch a video. And I'll tell you right now that the dynamic between Neal Adams and Frank Miller is worth the price of admission. It was so great to see them talk about each other and then have the other, completely unknowingly, corroborate the stories. And I'm not going to tell you what they talked about, but if you know Neal Adams, and you know Frank Miller, and you know Frank Miller's work, and you know Neal Adams, you kind of know what they talked about. I want you guys to go on comicsthemovie.com and order yourselves one of these DVDs. Besides the hour-and-a-half documentary, there's 5 hours of other shit on here, including the full interviews with Stan Lee, Frank Miller, and I believe Neal Adams, and a few more on there. So don't just get those little snippets that documentaries give you. That you can sit down and watch the whole damn thing, and all other sorts of extras. Guys, it was actually really thoroughly entertaining and thoroughly educational. Another cool thing, this one I will tell you because I've told this story before. Stan Lee told a story that he told to 10 of us. Remember when I paid for that breakfast, that charity thing? Yeah. To have breakfast with Stan Lee back in 11? Yeah. He told us a story then about the creation of Spider-Man and how he really wanted to try this character out who had problems. You know, he was a teenager and everything. And his producer, his publisher rather, was like, no, you can't have a teenager. Teenagers are sidekicks, and you can't have him have problems. What you obviously don't know what a hero is, Stan. So he yelled at him, dismissed Spider-Man, and finally, when they had a book that was tanking, it was Amazing Adult Fantasy, and it was moving to Amazing Fantasy for the last issue, Stan Lee says, well, I can get away with it now. I'm going to publish Spider-Man just to get it out of my system. So he publishes it, and it's the best-selling book on Marvel's market for quite a while back. And so his producer calls him and says, hey, do you remember that Spider-Man character we both liked so much? Because that's how bosses are. They suck. Yep.
So, sorry, go on.
No, that was, he had told us the same story. So to hear it again, I don't know, it kind of brought back some cool memories. And, it was just, what people say that when you tell a story the same way again, you know it to be true. So he's either really rehearsed this story a lot, or like that happened to come up in conversation, and here's that story again.
How long was it between Amazing Fantasy 15?
August of 62 to March of 63.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, so it's quite a few months of people writing in and saying, "Hey, what's up with that Spider-Man guy? You gonna do some more of that?" Pretty cool stuff. So we have an interview real quick with Michael from his booth at Big Apple Con, and we're going to go to that right now, and you're going to find out how you can win this copy of Comics Beyond the Comic Book Pages. Michael's got a question for you. What's up, guys? Pete from the basement. We're here at the Big Apple Comic Con.
What's up, guys? NYC in the house.
We got Michael Valentine, the director, creator, producer of Comics Beyond the Comic Book Pages. We just spoke to Mike about 3 weeks ago, you figure?
Yeah, about 3 weeks.
And our first live Skype interview. Hopefully you caught that on the last episode of The Basement. But now we're here in person. Michael, you're going to premiere the documentary at Comic-Con. How does it feel to have everybody that's going to see your documentary?
I'm pretty thrilled, actually, about it, man, because this is the kind of environment you want a film like this to be seen. The film is great. It's got a lot of really amazing people in it, but the best way to see it is in a place like this with a lot of fans just like you and me, That's where it sees the best, is in those kinds of situations. So I'm happy to be doing the exclusive screening of it here in New York City. So I can't be happier than that, you know.
There's a lot of great energy in the room. There's a bunch of people dressed up. We have a Shazam balloon animal that just ran past us. That's the first time I've ever seen something like that. Only in New York City, guys. So what can you tell us about this exclusive premiere? Anything special going on?
Well, you know, the special part again is we're in NYC for the exclusive screening of the film. So, I mean, being at this convention is pretty special. Hopefully Frank Miller may be there and introduce the film. In fact, he may have already gone down there. So we're just excited, man. And, you know, we're hoping to fill the place with a lot of great fans who are going to cheer, make a lot of noise, and kind of just have a great time.
Now remember, guys, you can find more information on this, and you can also grab yourself a copy of the DVD at comicsthemovie.com. And because I'm such a benevolent soul, I've already picked up an extra copy for you that Michael here has been kind enough to autograph, and we're going to give it to you guys for whoever can answer this question correctly. I came up with this one, if you don't mind, unless you've got a question in mind.
No, go for it, man.
Since this is all about comic book history and basically this wonderful little nerd bubble that we've built for ourselves, I figured let's give it away to whoever can answer a Stan Lee question in honor of the man who couldn't be here this week because he came down with the flu, and we all hope he feels better real quick. Why did Stan Lee not use his real name when creating comics? There's your question. Why did Stan Lee not use his real name when he started writing comics? Guys, you know the drill. Hit us up at Questions at Pete's Basement. Write your answer. Title that Comics, C-O-M-I-X. And we'll take all of the correct answers. What we're going to do is put them in a hat, and we'll draw out the answer. Whoever wins gets the DVD, and we'll have a bunch of great second and third prizes for you as well.
That's the DVD right there. It'll be signed, right?
Yep. And I figure that's the fairest way to do it because I'm sure a lot of people know that answer.
Yeah.
I made it very Googleable for you guys. You know Googleable. It's going to be a thing. So make sure you catch that. comicsthemovie.com. Follow the Instagram page, which is also Comics the Movie, correct?
Yes. It's and the website's www.comicsthemovie.com. So if anybody's interested in purchasing the film or learning more about it, they can go on the website.
There's also a Facebook page, I believe, you can follow, right?
Yeah. There's all the social media is covered. And so, on the website, you can link to any of those things as well.
So go on the website, find the rest of it, follow Michael, let him know how great of a job he did, and we'll see you next time. Michael, best of luck, man.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
It's going to be great, man. I can't wait to watch it. So let's get down there and let's go watch this film.
All right, sounds good to me.
So, guys, there you have it. Why did Stan Lee not use his real name when he was writing comic books? Why did Stan Lee not use his real name when he was writing comic books? Send your answer into questions at petesbasement.com. Title the email Comics, C-O-M-I-X. And then we're going to take all the correct answers, toss them in a hat, and draw out a lucky winner. I figure that's the fair way to do shit.
It is.
And by the way, for all of you watching on Periscope that are already Googling that answer, the contest does not go live until Tuesday, but you can email your shit in. You can email it if you like. So, Big Apple was a complete success. I spent entirely too much money.
No, but you got some good shit.
Yeah, it
You got
does.
some really good shit.
I wanted to meet Barbara Eden, but I didn't get a chance to. She's still hot. Yeah.
Because aging well, and she's doing it right.
She really is. Got to meet the amazing Kreskin. The amazing Kreskin was more than happy to talk to me and Steve. He was thrilled. And Steve. The Nino.
That fuck?
Yeah. Came out of the woodwork. I dragged his ass there on Sunday. So,
Bastard disappears in us. Shows up for Comic-Con.
I got the amazing Kreskin's business card. I have his personal email and number, and we're going to call him and go do an interview, whether it's we go out to Jersey or he comes here. Maybe Kreskin could come here. Kreskin already knows what he's going to do. And if you guys don't know who Kreskin is, YouTube that shit. Come on.
Oh, David ran into Frank Miller.
Did you talk to him?
He did.
He walked right past me. Kreskin was a mentalist.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Just making sure.
I'm aware of him.
Alrighty. You want to get the nonsense out of the way and end the show on a high note, or do you want to talk about happy stuff now and then...
Let's talk about shit now.
Let's talk about shit now. Okay. Valiant's Divinity 3. Escape from Gulag 396.
This is just a one-shot. It's, yeah, blah, blah. That's my review of it. Yeah, blah, blah.
Does it have anything to do with any Valiant characters that you've been reading?
It has to do with Archer and Armstrong.
Okay. Why didn't they title it Archer and Armstrong? What is Divinity? And why is it...
It's the third one where Russia sent 3 cosmonauts into space. They went all Dr. Manhattan on whatever they ran into in space. They come back. One's a little fucked up, so he causes little issues because of that. The second one's like a really crazy bitch. And this one is the third one who's like pure communism nut. So he turns everything into like... They had the power to warp reality, to redo it, time travel. Just actually, they're probably more powerful than Dr. Manhattan, which is crazy. I'm a big fan of people doing characters like that. And he warped all of the Valiant universe into this big old communist. And all the heroes are either communists or have no choice but to work for the communists. Except for Ninjak so far. Yeah. Once it's over, I'll review it, the main books, but this is just a one-shot here and there showing where all the characters are and whatnot.
Okay.
But yeah.
So, Batwoman. Now... She's what?
That's that's the book. That's this week. This week is right there. Yeah. Snippet.
You want to know how the book's what? That was it mostly. I mean, I'm calling the island Madripoor because that's exactly what it reminds me of. Yes. It's an island where only crime happens. It's fucking Madripoor. Yeah. And it's where they took her mom, and her sister when they kidnapped them.
And also something else happened on the island with a chick who it seems like she had a history with.
Clearly it's fucking Leanne Yu because so much shit happens to this poor girl on this one fucking island.
So, look, if you sleep with Batwoman, either you're gonna like die or you're gonna go crazy and try to kill her. Something's wrong with her snatch.
You think Alfred's daughter's banging her?
That'd be awesome.
I'm wondering.
I don't think so. And the fact that Batwoman asked her straight up, "Are you here for me or are you here for spying for Batman?" And she's like, "More tea." That was like, okay, that's awesome. But this whole, I'm sick and tired of her love interest. Like, really?
She arrives on the island and, like, I don't know, her former teacher or something like that was like, "You came back," and then he lurches forward. "Why did you come back?" And he's got a knife in his back, and I'm like, I don't care.
Neither do I.
I just did not care.
I got 0 and I got 1 because it's a 1. Like, I saw...
Well, we always get the rebirth issues, and that was an origin story, which some people might need.
I saw an ad for Nick Fury #1. I'll get #1. I know I'm fucking going to hate it, and I'm going to regret it. But
is it Black Nick Fury, or is it...
Black Nick Fury,
okay. Is Nick Fury still... He's not the Watcher on the Wall. He died at the end of the shit with the Watcher,
I've stopped reading so many Marvel stuff. Oh, dude, it's no bueno.
Yeah. Okay, Bubble Comics. Allies was about this girl who's like a secret agent. She's on like this James Bond team, and she loses her legs.
Which is fucked up.
Fucked up.
It's like, hey, here's this character. She's supposedly like a little Black Widow-ish. Boom, crippled.
And now you're crippled.
Yeah.
And she doesn't quite realize, but she figures out she's being held captive in the hospital by her enemies. But she doesn't quite know it's the enemies yet.
I liked it because it was really interesting how they showed and explained the whole phantom pains and how she's dealing with it.
Right.
By just
the phantom pain was really cool.
Painkillers and how right before her she would hallucinate her
legs. Oh, like when she's walking a tightrope.
Yeah, she would hallucinate herself as she's walking a tightrope, and
she was very Black Widow because she said that she got kidnapped by the circus.
Yeah.
Or when she was an orphan, she went to the circus, and the circus wasn't the circus; it was basically the Red Room.
And her hallucination disappeared right before the pain would kick in.
Can I say something about this book, though? Because speaking of the tightrope, she's walking across the tightrope barefoot, and it's digging into her feet.
Yeah.
And it's cutting her feet, and her feet are bleeding. There's a lot of bleeding feet in this book. There's more bleeding feet in this book than I have seen in my entire comic collecting career.
She lost her fucking legs. That's the whole point.
Was that the idea? Because I know there was zombies like clawing at her feet, and like there's a lot of bleeding feet. There was at least 4 or so panels with bleeding feet.
Because that's her. She's hallucinating the shit she's going through in the real.
Okay.
It was fucking graphic.
Yes,
I liked it.
Oh yeah.
Now, this is a Russian company.
So you need to be mentally prepared for
typos
and bad translation.
Yes. Now, don't hack us, Russia. We're cool with your books. Just get some English editors over there or some shit. I'm just saying. Other than that, I like the 3 out of 4 books that you've come out with. I like this book. I like it.
Okay.
I'll get number 2.
Igor Grom.
Yeah.
No. This was a very poorly translated book.
It was poorly translated, and I would almost say, even if it was in fucking Ruski, not any see Ruski, I would think blah.
Basically, it's an ex-cop who kind of loses his mind. Okay, he's hallucinating. Yeah.
We're from Brooklyn. We have a bunch of crazy cops in Brooklyn. But
unlike the others, who maybe you get a typo here and there, this one was riddled with them.
Yeah.
It's like, so you lose mind.
It was like they switched shit around like, oh, this is more than a typo. Somebody was hitting the vodka sauce too much.
Was like reading actual Russian movie script where people try to talk Russian but fail, like I'm doing. Yeah. That was like that.
Yeah. Somebody asked about Iron Fist. If we're gonna watch it, obviously we will. But
let's mention that Iron Fist is starting tonight, 3 a.m. for us East Coasters, and midnight tonight for you people on the West Side.
West Coast, enjoying.
Ain't gotta fucking stay up late. You know, Elmo said that pineapple doesn't belong on pizza.
Shit, yo. That was some horribly edited shit.
Elmo said it, as far as I'm concerned. I just want to take this moment, since everybody, we're thanking all you guys for sharing the shit out of us and getting the word out there and bragging to your friends about all your comic knowledge because you watched the Pete's Basement Show. Just a couple of comments that I snagged off of YouTube. First of all, the bagging and boarding bad boy is awesome. Always commenting on our shit. Said about a week ago, appreciate Pete's Basement always keeping it 100. I don't really understand what that means, but I think I can get it.
Keeping it real.
I don't really I don't speak that hip teenage lingo.
That's a little old, actually.
Is it?
A little.
I'm white though, so great on a curve.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like, I first heard that term when I watched Creed. That's why I thought it was new, hip teenage lingo. And I usually...
lingo nowadays is changing a lot faster than it did back in the day.
I blame rap music or whatever passes for rap music today.
It's not rap music now.
I know.
Nowadays some soft bitch shit.
I know.
I'm glad Biggie and Tupac are kind of sort of dead.
Deja vu all over again. Bag and Boarding also said, great show as always. Good luck with the drinking, Pete. Thank you. Still doing good. Derek Cavan said, great episode, but aren't they all? To which Bag and Boarding said, good to see other people love Pete's Basement as much as myself. Thank you, guys. We got Philip. I'm gonna fuck your shit up. Philip Mujkovic said Rat Queens was good, and Ramon, the shit you were talking about, the delays started to happen when it was a disagreement with the artist. Thanks for the info.
That is good to know. That explains a lot. Shit ended at 16. What the fuck?
Here's a good one. We read comics too. I like that YouTube handle. I like that one. Said, hey, Pete and crew, another great episode. Where can I grab a sweet tea like yours? He was referring to the Rick Sellis Pete's Basement exclusive t-shirt that I had on in the John Bernthal photo. Brother, we ran that as a special edition a few years ago. I still have a few sizes left. Let me know your size, and I'll let you know if I have. I literally have like 3 shirts left. So you're playing a potluck here.
You said 3.
What? Did I?
Yes.
Maybe it's the drinking.
Oh my God. He speaks proper English when he's sober.
Do you taste almonds?
I don't know. Am I having a stroke? Wait, I thought it was pancake syrup or something. Toast.
For those that don't know, Pete says tree, not 3. What are we pooping?
The bedroom. No, that's never going to stop. I don't...
Yeah, that was a good test.
Yeah.
Sure, he's still okay.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn part of his brain is still functioning properly.
But I think the alcohol brings it out just a little bit more.
Sure, I know that.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Oh yeah, the T-shirt.
So, and also, in addition to what you're gonna say, we're definitely gonna do another T-shirt.
We are. Rick Sellers just sent us the back issues one. Rick.
He said hi earlier on.
Rick.
What's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
Rick Sellers is a wonderful artist and a friend of ours. You should follow him on Facebook, Instagram, on any social media he's on. Google his ass and find him. He's crazy talented and funny, and
he will happily do a commission for you if you want to see yourself as your favorite superhero, or you just want to get a picture of your favorite superhero.
He's done us a bunch of times.
Yes, he does. He has to look at our visages over and over again. There are no words in English or Elfish.
He says thanks for the Photoshop.
I'm glad you liked it, brother. It felt good. It felt good for me to be able to give you a fucking little piece of art, even though it was just a quick Photoshop doodle for your birthday.
Rick, let us know. Not now exactly, but message us and let us know if you have Skype and all that stuff, so we can arrange something.
Yeah, we can do that now. That would be awesome. But we're definitely gonna do another special edition T-shirt. So even if you can't get that one, you can definitely get a hold of the next one. But yeah, send me your size. I'll let you know if I got it. Yeah, I think that was it. All right. So we're not gonna read Igor Grom anymore.
No, I'm not. No.
But we're gonna continue to read Allies.
Allies is another two that came out.
Okay. Now I did not actually get to read Dark Horse's American Gods Shadows. This is Neil Gaiman's. But then they're making a show, American Gods.
Yes, and this is based on novels.
Uh-huh. Now, is this the first comic book of it?
That's I think that I've seen.
I don't remember ever hearing of it before.
Yeah, and we've been pretty good with Dark Horse books for a while now.
Yeah. Basically, here's the gist of what I got.
Okay, yeah, let's go with your gist. Oh, that sounded horrible. And then we go from there.
Okay. What were you gonna say?
So let's go with your gist, but that almost sounds like something else. So let's just...
Nah, I think I've definitely said stupider shit than that. Because I actually saw they had a snippet on the news about this show.
Okay.
Yeah. Like all of these different gods come to Earth. They take human form and they're just like chilling, hanging out or whatever, doing god stuff. Mm-hmm. And they have to band together and face off against these new gods like technology and other shit. Like, I don't know if technology is going to have a form or whatever, but it reminded me very much of how Supernatural handles gods, because the Winchester brothers have fought Odin and, Kali and all of these other different gods of Osiris, all of this shit.
That's been done before, gods versus technology, in a bunch of different books. I think Excalibur did it. I think recently Hercules fought against new gods that were based on modern shit like technology and whatnot. So it's not exactly a new concept, even though I don't know when the novels came out. The first issue was good. It is obviously setting up the foundation, so it's a bit talky, and there's not a lot of...
It's also Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, I mean, it's also him through a few other people. He wrote the novel, somebody else wrote the script, and somebody else wrote the actual book.
Got it.
So, have fun with that. But, it's setting up a foundation, and it's just, there's interesting characters. They could have done it a bit more to keep you more interested. I'm going to keep on with it because I am loyal to Dark Horse.
Right. They definitely deserve a more than one issue judgment over the book.
Yeah. Especially considering Dark Horse does do minis. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I'm expecting this to go, is along the same lines as the way Marvel started adapting Stephen King's Dark Tower, or even they did The Stand as well, with the whole story told in a sequence of 6 or so issue miniseries.
Dark Tower is ridiculous now.
Dark Tower is fucking huge.
How many books have come out yet so far for this shit?
I don't even know. I'm getting ready to sell them all because I had to whittle down the collection, man.
I don't blame you.
So I'm getting rid of the Dark Towers. Like, I would say it's
Mom read them already, right?
My father's reading the Dark Towers. Yeah, he read them all.
Oh, fuck it.
It's one long box full. So
shit.
Yeah, let's assume 200 issues, 150 at the very least.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, my man, it's been going for years now. Peter David's been writing this shit for low 10 years, I think.
Yeah, because almost every week I see it in your hall.
I used to buy that shit from from Midtown on the west side when I used to go there instead of Grand Central.
Vegetable 2 said he would hold them for you.
Dynamite's Vampirella. I didn't hate this.
What? Oh,
I didn't like it.
Okay,
But it was not the worst thing on the list this week.
Dynamite.
Yeah, I know. Just let it out.
I implore you.
Just let it out.
Stick to old-fashioned shit. You're good at it.
The fucked up shit is Vampirella is old fashioned, and now they're trying to take this new.
No, that's the shit. They're redoing their characters, like
And
fucking Red Sonja in modern times.
No,
a fucking AK with a gun, a simple fucking 22 will take care of her.
Vampirella's in the far future, the far-flung future.
Far crazy future. We're seeing her flying. It's like, okay,
yeah,
it's a little trippy.
And she's wearing a dress that she steals from the store, and then the lady's like acting like she's gonna get killed for
hooching it out.
I know.
You know, there was a variant cover with a cosplay girl on it.
Yes.
Remember her? She played Red Sonja and at one of the cons. We took a picture of her while we were waiting online to get in. Angel girl. She's hot. She does burlesque too.
Nice.
Yes.
I didn't realize that was her.
Oh, I do. We follow her.
Good.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, they're trying to combine all her origins. Did you see that? She's going through this like crazy big ass tome.
Yeah. Just stick to one. Don't try to honor the whole fucking past.
I have a question.
Because her convoluted shit is crazy. Go ahead, shoot.
I remember the Draculon one.
Yeah.
I remember there was the second one in there where she's from. There's one where she was from the outer space. There were 3 origins that they gave.
Yeah, there was. I remember the one where she's the daughter of Eve or some shit like that.
That's what it was, because that was the one I didn't know, and the other one, which now I can't fucking remember. Cuntmuffins.
Cuntmuffins?
Yeah, can't fucking think of it.
Hashtag Cuntmuffins.
I'll bet you that shit is a fucking hashtag.
I'm sure was.
Just saying.
Check.
Let's fucking check. Let's just fucking check.
Now, 45-minute hiatus.
Searching Cuntmuffins.
While he's searching for Cuntmuffins, let me remind you that whoever has the most hearts on Periscope gets a gift. Every damn episode.
What does the top of that shit say? What's the top of that shit say?
Cuntmuffins, 42 public posts. Oh, there's several variations of Cuntmuffins too.
Okay, first of all, the vegetable alphabet soup that spells out you're a cunt. That's hilarious.
Who
But
wrote
yes,
that?
Cuntmuffins is a thing. A few screws loose is the Instagram account. I'm liking this shit. It's always gonna be. It's always so weird when people get like strangers liking this shit. Like, and they only had like 20 likes on it, so they're gonna notice Pete's Basement liked their shit. I'm like, maybe they're searching for Cuntmuffins.
Watch the show.
This is why some days I really love the internet. Some days I really hate the internet.
We know a baker.
We do know a baker.
And she could probably do something with.
You want cunt muffins? There's a joke about eating cunt muffins. Cunt-shaped muffins.
And
yes.
she could enable us this way, can't she?
Yes.
Honestly, if we like the Day of the Woman just passed, but we could probably get away. We could get away with it on both days because we could pass out cunt muffins to women on the Day of the Woman. It just seems like something you can get away with. And there is National Men's Day. There really is, because Tommy texted me like, when the fuck is National Men's Day? So I googled it because it was Googleable. And apparently it's I believe it's November 19th of this year.
Cold gray day.
So we could also yes it is. So we could also pass out cunt muffins on National Men's Day.
So hopefully our baker friend could get on that. Cunt muffins.
Yeah. And I mean there could be vanilla cunt muffins, chocolate cunt muffins, caramel cunt muffins, lemon cunt muffins.
Butter pecan cunt muffins.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's why I was going with caramel, but butter pecan's also an option.
If we had any business sense, that we could also get it an actual mold of like a famous
Woman's cunt?
Yeah, like a
No, we could get a sex toy and like reverse engineer a mold.
but then you get a real
I can't even concentrate what I'm doing. This conversation is so weird.
So you get to actually eat whatever faces. Yeah. Yeah, that would be a great idea.
I think it's brilliant. I think
Eating
it's gonna
Sasha
happen.
Gray's muffin.
There you go. Exactly. Perfect.
We have to contact someone. Someone is bound to be willing to do this. Yes.
This is
I had to literally stop what I was doing because I could.
Yep.
Muffins.
Cuntmuffins.
But just how the conversation got so serious. It was like,
Oh, this
so
Cunts are serious work.
They are.
But if you can,
It is true.
Yeah.
What's next?
We got,
What follows Cunt
what
Muffins?
could possibly follow Cuntmuffins? I'm trying to think. Do I just go into another book? Well, how do I possibly follow that?
That's it. It's a new show.
I think we got to go to Instagram questions.
Oh, okay.
I think let's
Yeah.
do some fucking viewer questions. Just to, you got to wind down from Cuntmuffins, man. So speaking of Absolute, wanted to know what do you think will happen with Netflix's Punisher series, and what's your opinion on John Bernthal? I pretty much gave my opinion.
he's awesome.
He is the Punisher.
Yeah.
Like he was born for this role. I don't think I could imagine anybody else in it now, especially after seeing his acting chops in the graveyard scene.
Oh yeah. No.
And then in the hospital was even worse when he was talking about his son's toy.
Yeah.
Fuck. What do I think will happen with the Netflix series? I'm hoping they stay away from Jigsaw. I don't want to see a supervillain yet. They probably will introduce Jigsaw, but at the same
I wouldn't
time,
say he's a super villain.
gangster, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Only because they did him in Punisher Warzone, and that movie was terrible.
Depending on the timing of it, like if it comes after Infinity War, or
Punisher? No, we're getting Punisher either later this year or first quarter
so
2018.
it's after Defenders.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I believe it's definitely gonna be after Defenders.
I wouldn't mind him cleaning up the rest of Hell's Kitchen after what happens in Defenders. That'd be nice. Hell, to be honest, he should be in Defenders.
Did you read when Garth Ennis first came back to Punisher, when it wasn't Marvel Max yet, it was the Marvel Knights line? Okay, that was when he took on this mafia family run by this woman named Ma Nucci.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. That was
That was when she ended up
yeah.
and he punched the polar bear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that, yeah.
That's the story I'd like to see take place, because it's not so crazy Marvel Max-ish that, you know, maybe they have to really worry about, will this get a fucking NC-17 kind of thing?
Do it. Fucking do it. Go
Absolutely. But it's absolutely violent enough and entertaining enough to pull off a full Netflix series.
If Deadpool and Logan now, which we'll get into in a bit, is that successful, then you could get away with a harder subject for the fucking Punisher. He should be that hard.
What is your all-time favorite miniseries? Incredible Hulk Comics asked.
Shit, dude, that's an epic question. Off the top of my head?
Miniseries, I guess, being 12 issues and under.
I guess, yeah, 12 issues and under.
So that means other crates like The Sword or Lock and Key would not be eligible.
No, I wouldn't count those, especially those are a bunch of... No.
Yeah.
You know, that includes events or not?
Yeah, I think we can do events.
Because Annihilation is really up there.
I haven't read Annihilation. I have to read that. I know.
I think you know somebody after 10 years.
I know. I have to read that. I have a lot. Like
Sex and Violence.
Sex and Violence is really fucking good.
Big
You want to
Man
read a
Problems.
good superhero mini? Sex and Violence with Wolverine and Domino.
X-Force, yeah. Well, yeah, it's just them two.
And you can still get those issues pretty cheap. So I would definitely read that. Download it, do whatever you got to do. Comixology probably has them for like $1. The first things that came to mind were definitely Big Man Plans.
Yeah.
I constantly go back to that. Thomas Alsop, and I'm trying not to be biased here.
No, that's
Even
good
though we
shit.
were in it, it's still an awesome
It
miniseries.
is.
And also the fact that it takes place in our home neighborhood of Brooklyn, of Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Atlantis Attacks is one of my favorites. That was the 1989 annuals.
It's Guardian Wars.
That's a good one too. That was when he fought the Celestials, right?
No, it's Guardians Wars is when the X-Men got fucked around by
Right.
Loki.
Yes.
And it also mentions gods who live in the shadow, or gods up above, which are the gods of the Norse gods, which is an interesting little concept.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
But 7 issues long and 2 other little minis. and a couple of spin-offs. I'm sorry, a 2-issue spin-off, and then another later 3-issue spin-off. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
You love that shit.
Yeah, I really do. I cry laughing every time I open up that book. Whether it's Johnny's core story, it's Happy Noodle Boy, or Squee. If you haven't read Johnny, get out there, get the trade paperback for $10. Read the shit out of it, and let me know what you think, because I love talking about Johnny. I do. It's great. Bat Crap want to know, more like a request. Maybe one day during the show, you can go through all of the key issues that you've acquired. That would take a whole show.
That's a long show, because this motherfucker is...
I would be happy to do that, actually. I'm going to make a note of that.
What?
Yeah, I could do that. I usually keep them, like, the more pricey ones separate, so I guess I could probably do that.
So you'll set up the camera, sit on the floor with a long box?
No, that would have to be filmed, and I'd have to show it in front of the cameras, I think. Or somebody would have to film that as I mean, some of them are under glass. Some of them are on display.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have to bring somebody around and show it off, fucking Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, like.
Yeah, Pete's house is a fucking museum. It is. It's a comic book museum. I mean, he doesn't have Action Comics #1.
Hey, man, I'm an artist.
Yeah,
interior design just kind of comes naturally. I know how to move shit around, so it looks nice.
No problem.
Yo, you want to go halvesies on fucking Tech 27? It's only $450,000. Who wants to go halvesies?
Unlike Pete, when shit starts approaching my rent, I stop. Pete's like, fuck rent.
Darth Myers said, multitasking Thursday, the basement periscope and live stream of J-Rad at the Brooklyn Bowl. Roger, Fathead's Headhunter IPA. Be on the lookout, because that hits New York City shelves soon.
Awesome.
Wow.
7.5.
Beer hits the shelves.
7.5 and 87 IBUs.
Nice.
What does that mean in English?
How bitter it is. 7.5% alcohol.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, if I'm drinking fucking artisan beer, that I don't touch nothing that's under 9%. I'm just saying. One time, and this was a glorious time.
Oh,
one time, bro, I think even you would have drank for this part. I'm down at One Stop Beer Shop, and this is great because they have a rotating, like, schedule of when they have different beers, what's in season or what gets made from all these different microbreweries. I have, for the very first time in my life, mead. Straight up Viking mead.
Shit, okay.
Honey wine.
I might go ahead.
This shit is thick like
curious.
beer and delicious like wine. They give it to you in a glass, in a pint glass, and it's 15% alcohol. I had 5 of these, and I left. And I don't live but 3 blocks from One Stop Beer Shop. Took me a half hour to get home. I don't remember how I got home, but I know when I left and when I was able to text my friend and say, I'm home.
That's very tempting. Because I love Vikings and shit, and that's the thing.
Exactly. Like, just the idea of, like, just have, like, a quick sip of it just to say you thaw it out for a day.
Yeah, that would be tempting.
Yeah. So.
I'm non-alcoholic mead.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
To quote this dude from the 1980s Hulk movie when he crossed over with Thor. You've seen this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, oh, what you call beer will do. It's thin stuff, but it's better than nothing at all.
He was good. That was good.
It was a good
Before
flick.
I got into good shit, like nowadays. That was really awesome.
It was fucking dope, man. They had the hammer. He called Odin's name to transform and everything. It was great. Here's a story that did work for me on a lot of levels. And I'm surprised I liked it because I went in not thinking I'm going to like it.
Which was?
Monsters Unleashed.
I liked it.
I really did. I had so much fun with this. And it wasn't a crazy-ass event. This was actually how you do an event. A quick, like if you want to read the side books, which you really don't have to. A lot of them are god-awful.
Yeah.
But the core...
A lot of them.
The core book for 5 issues was a lot of fun. You've got these crazy big-ass monsters. You've got an inhuman kid who can... Whatever he draws becomes real. Like,
Yeah.
and if they're real already, they teleport wherever he draws them into, whatever scenario.
Fing Fang Foom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and others.
Fing Fang Foom talking like Dr. Doom, and I didn't even mean to rhyme that shit. I don't know if Foom talks like Doom or not. I'm assuming he does, though. I believe he does speak in third person. The fucking giant mother monster coming to Earth.
Oh, she was impressive.
Yeah. Ugly ass motherfucker,
Good
too.
night, David. Yeah, she's an ugly bitch.
I was really waiting for like some lame
I was
looking...
expecting like a hottie shop with chick
Yeah.
or a small humanoid giving birth to. But no, she
was just a giant
monster, yeah.
bug looking thing. Fuck yeah, dude. You know what that shit looked like?
No,
That shit looked like Ridley from Metroid. Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
played Metroid.
Well, I don't know what to tell you then.
Which one? The original or Super Metroid?
I never played Super Metroid.
Really? That was for the Super Nintendo. That was my favorite one.
Nah, I'm probably going to get reamed from a lot of Nintendo fans out there.
Those are the best ones.
Never played Super Metroid. Fuck, I never beat Metroid until I downloaded the motherfucker on the Wii. I failed at a lot of video games as a child. This is why I couldn't really do action RPGs like Metroid. I had to do regular RPGs like Zelda or Final Fantasy.
Lego games, yo. You don't have to explain yourself to me.
Okay. I don't know if I was explaining to you or I was looking at you while I was explaining to them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay.
But you know what the best part of this series was for me was seeing all of the other like Marvel monsters. We're
That was
helping
cool.
them.
Yeah, it was.
And I like, yeah.
He created a cool monster and that tiger, whatever.
Yeah, Tiger Claw or something like that.
Or
Tiger
something.
Fire.
I like the monsters he created.
Yeah.
But once you see that they have different personalities, it was obvious what was going to happen at the end of this.
They were going to Voltron out. Honestly, I thought he was going to draw himself into a giant
that's
mech.
what I fucking thought.
Yeah, like Pacific Rim style.
And
That's what I was waiting for.
He Voltroned out / Power Rangers, which comes out soon.
Another week.
Yeah. So, I liked it.
I really... He even used special moves.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Yeah.
Street Fighter or something like that, or Voltron.
Yeah.
Had a blazing sword.
Yeah.
He had a blazing sword, and there was a giant splash page. Voltron... I said that reading it, I was like, oh shit, he Voltroned that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, but we're old. We mentioned Voltron. Nowadays, it's Power Rangers.
Yeah. Or, you know, if you're lucky enough to have watched the new series, but it doesn't... If you didn't watch the old one, it doesn't have the same effect.
No, it doesn't.
And... Now, this is leading into Monsters Unleashed, the ongoing series.
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to like that as much.
I'm sure I won't.
I'm just prejudging it as I do almost everything in my life.
I like the fact that him and Moon Girl have a little connection.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's cute. I also like the way Devil Dinosaur sounds like a dog. Well,
Yeah, that was...
I don't know. He amuses me.
I need to catch up with Moon Girl.
That's a good book.
It is?
And apparently she's like the smartest person in the world.
She's ridiculously smart,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a fun book.
She has no love.
Because she's like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, it's basically like, it's a boy and his dog, but it's a girl and her dinosaur.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. He-Man and Thundercats issue 6. The conclusion.
Look at his fucking giddy ass.
This was everything it
I'm sure
needed
his
to
wet
be.
pants a little bit too.
It was everything it needed to be. It was the perfect crossover. It was like reading a cartoon. That's what it was. This wasn't the grim and gritty Masters of the Universe story that DC threw at you.
Which was still good.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So, but if you were expecting that grim and gritty, you didn't get it with this. You got Mummathor, the combination of Mumra and Skeletor.
Yeah.
And you got fucking, by the power of Grayskull, power beyond power, sight beyond sight, power of Grayskull, power beyond power. Fucking Lion-O and He-Man teaming up. You had, in the last issue, Battle Cat as a Thundercat.
Second to last.
Second to last.
Yes. Which he should have stayed in that form, but I understand why they brought him back. This book was way better than Avengers vs. Inhumans, X-Men vs. Inhumans, because it delivered on the battles.
Yes.
Hard. In 6 fucking issues, too.
Yeah. They fought the giant ancient spirits of evil.
Which was awesome.
Yep.
And it wasn't an easy battle.
No, it was not. That was...
They fought
I
each other.
really... If it wasn't such a lighthearted book, if they went like the Masters of the Universe, grim and gritty, a lot of motherfuckers be dead. Almost everybody be dead.
They plotted this out so well. It was Rob David and Lloyd Goldfine. And it started the first 2 issues, they fought each other.
Right in. Yep.
And then Mumra got involved in Skeletor and that whole wackiness. And then
Skeletor drank Mumra
Yes.
to make himself ever living.
And it was just good shit. And it progressed naturally.
He-Man was under a spell, and that's why they fought. So that made perfect sense. He-Man kicked the shit out of Lion-O, which also makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I love that Skeletor, whatever his name was.
They fucked the name up too. It's like Skeletor. It's like, it's Mama Thor.
Had his foot on this girl's face.
On fucking sources.
And kept on referring to her as He-Man's girlfriend.
Yep. How great with the multiverse. When they arrived in the DC universe and Prince Adam was Clark Kent. He was like, this looks like a job for... Is this really... Like, yeah, let's get out of here.
And then...
it was like a very Family Guy thing.
Thundera. Oh, that was touching.
That sucked.
Like,
yeah.
Motherfuckers. They need to bring back Thundercats.
Yeah. That needs the grim and gritty treatment like Masters Universe got. Thundercats was Wildstorm, so it's not... I believe DC should own that, too.
Yeah, but you see what they're doing with Wildstorm book, but whatever. Do not give me started on that shit.
No.
2 came out this week. I didn't pick that
Does anybody
shit
care? Because I wasn't on my
It's
list.
a fucking Cuntmuffin of a book.
Shit.
Cuntmuffin.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Uh-huh. I mean, also from a hardcore fan's standpoint, the splash pages.
Nice.
The battle sequences where they draw characters this fucking big, and I'm like looking at the pages, naming who is in each panel, and the amount of fucking effort by the artist to get everyone in the panel. And I'm sure he's reading the script that the writer sends him, and he's like, you cunt muffin. You're going to make me put all of these motherfuckers in a page? In a fucking half panel? You dick! And he did it flawlessly. And I'm sitting there like, oh, fucking Panthros fighting not Monkey and fucking Beast Man. Or Chitara's fighting Evelyn and shit. It's just, God, it was so fucking good. Every last bit of this series was everything the 80s kid wants out of a book. It was perfect.
Humor was in it. I mean, come on. Chitara meets whatever.
Chitara and Tila and Man-at-Arms.
Panthro-at-Arms.
Panthro-at-Arms.
Jagares.
Yeah, the multiverse was really...
It was cool.
Can I just say, like, when they're walking around Grayskull and they're like, you know, stay close because the corridors go off in every which direction. Castle Grayskull is like MC Escher's fucking shroomed out nightmare.
It's like the House of Mystery.
Yeah. Such a great book. Obviously, in case you hadn't noticed by my utter relation, book of the week for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Even as just a standalone book. What?
They get fucked up.
Yeah.
It isn't like a clear...
No, this is not a cartoon where, like, the good guy is going to win. I kept waiting for somebody to kick the bucket. And
Look at the bloodline I was covered in.
Yeah. Yo, he lost an eye.
Yeah, he did. And they kept with that shit. Too.
Yeah. Like, there was no magical restoration of the eyeball. It shit just fucking, okay, he's got no eye. So, Venom. Venom got an official release date today of October 5th, 2018. Now, I'm wondering how the timeline is going to work on this. Because I thought he was going to get his suit in Infinity War. But Infinity War is like June. So you think they're going to introduce the suit and then have the costume come in October? Like, is it going to turn against him? I would have liked to see a black costume Spider-Man movie.
My concern...
is that they're rushing it?
No, it's what the Shadow told us.
Yes. That it's not going to be Eddie Brock. That it's going to, in fact, be Flash Thompson. Because they are looking to make a franchise out of this. And this is mostly Sony.
Yes.
That, I mean, MCU will have their hand in it, but I believe this is mostly... This has been like Sony's baby for years coming.
Yeah.
And if we saw what the fuck they did with Venom the last time, we know that is a very fucking shaken baby.
What was his name again? The actor's name?
Topher Grace.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't you want to punch him in the dick just because he shortened the name Christopher to Topher?
That's what he did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was his agent or whomever said Topher.
Why not just
like, motherfucker, you sound like Gopher.
Chris Grace.
Don't know. how you gonna have that doofy ass looking Indian kid be fucking Flash Thompson, Agent Venom? I'm sorry.
No, I agree.
He is not a bully. He is not a bully in the slightest.
A bully needs to look the part.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. I agree. But that's the shit. Like, Topher muffins. Marvel, the main universe, the 100% controlled by Marvel, their casting's on point.
Yes, it is. It makes me wonder why they went this way.
Yeah.
Couldn't just have a fucking big-ass white dude like we did in the Tobey Maguire movies?
So I'm not a big fan of doing multicultural, multi-everything. You know, let's not have a homosexual or BG or the fucking initials they have now in the story just because they have to be in the story. No. Make it make sense. Make it work. Honor the original source of shit. I don't mind change, but fuck. This is like, really?
I don't care. Mary Jane's fucking, whatever the hell she is. Hispanic, I guess?
Zendaya?
Yeah, what is
I
she?
don't know what the fuck she is. She's,
Island?
She's a mutt.
Huh.
That's what it is.
I don't care about that. I care that...
Mutt. She's cute.
If they got a fucking big dieseled out black guy who was on the football team, I would accept him as Flash Thompson.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I give a shit that this kid does not look like a bully. Convince me he's a fucking bully.
Like Riverdale. Reggie's an Asian guy in this shit.
Right.
But he's fucking big.
And a dick.
Yes. And
I was completely against it because, I mean, Asian guys aren't bullies, except Bolo Young.
Oh, Bologna's bad. Have you seen his son, too?
Yeah, no.
His son's just as scary looking.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's his son's name? Whip?
I got what he did.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's... I really like this Spider-Man, and I'm hoping they don't fuck it up, so...
Jar, I think if Marvel was willing to reboot with Peter, then they're more than likely going with Eddie Brock. Jar also says, I'm saying it now, Zendaya is not Mary Jane. I don't think it was ever true.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping what you say is true.
And she just shows up at the end. Hey, Tiger, you hit the jackpot. I think that would be the most brilliant maneuver ever. But I doubt it. I think they're going to throw Mary Jane at us again. I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So, I also got this Punisher Daredevil TV show.
I want to see that fucking season again.
Yeah, I got to watch it again.
Yeah.
It's going to be my first Punisher first pop vinyl that I leave in the box.
Oh,
because I think I'm going to get this one signed by John Bernthal. Plus, I got that Punisher up there.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I had to look through the ones at Midtown Comics because apparently a bit of an issue with this one is his machine gun is kind of bent. Suffers that little plastic bend. You ever see them G.I. Joe guns that get bent?
This one isn't.
I know. I had to look for that motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like he has a fucked up face.
Yeah, he's got the black eye and everything.
Yeah.
And I also got this as a late birthday present. If you guys can't tell what it is from that angle, and it's not filled yet, and it will not be filled until after Easter, it is a Star Wars decanter. How awesome is that? So that's what I'll look forward to.
I didn't see fucking Rogue One already.
You didn't see Rogue One?
No, I did not see Rogue One.
Dude!
It was amazing.
So good.
I know it's bad when Roger saw
And she's so hot.
She is hot. She really is a cutie.
Just a couple pointers. Guys, I bought my first issue of 7 to Eternity. I'm waiting for that shit to arrive, and I'm hunting down the first issue of God Country. Get it. Get it now, because you don't want another Walking Dead on your hands. I just picked up issue 3. Haven't read it yet, but issues 1 and 2 are dope. Are you up on this?
No, I'm not. I read 1. That's it.
Part 2, the sword is alive. The sword can talk. The sword is a god. The sword is the god of swords.
Oh.
Yeah. Fucking awesome shit. And the sword, now, the old man starts to argue with the big centurion guy, and they're going back and forth, and the sword's like, no. You, like talking to the god, like he points himself at him, and he's like, you? I chose this old man. You treat him with respect. And he was like, so, now you have to fucking kiss and you are going to act proper because I chose you. Like, he's an old school god.
Yeah.
And, so now these guys are talking, like having a civilized conversation. And he was like, so there's things like a magic sword, like Excalibur. Mm-hmm. And the centurion guy is like, no, not like Excalibur. It is Excalibur. It is every magic sword, every special blade that you've ever read about, ever heard about. It was Valifax, which is the name of the sword, which is a pretty dope name to begin with. Yeah. This is such a fucking awesome story. It's so good. This is very quickly becoming a train read for me.
Ooh.
Yeah. Haven't had one of those in a long time.
Sure.
Yep. Obviously, Masters of the Universe was a train read for me these past 6 months. But before that, I'd be hard-pressed to remember. Well, guys, that's about it. You want to... Oh! We have a contest.
Somebody won?
Still up for grabs.
Really?
Still up for grabs. The entirety of 2 weeks haul.
Yeah.
2 weeks haul.
Yeah. And there's some good shit in there.
The question was from Demetrios. What villain brought together the current Guardians of the Galaxy? During Annihilation, what villain brought together the current Guardians of the Galaxy?
Kingpin.
And this week, we're starting a new contest. You can win your very own copy of comics Beyond the Comic Book Pages. The question is, why did Stan Lee not use his real name when writing comic books? Why did Stan Lee not use his real name when writing comic books?
The Shadow says Blade was delayed because of the Netflix show.
Aha. Either way, I don't think I'd be interested in a Blade comic. I would like to see him guest star at some point. In something. But I don't know that I'd be... Well, how many vampires could there possibly be in the world?
You never know. I didn't think there was as many fucking monsters.
Goom, Gugam, Pildar the Plunderer. These are all of those old school Marvel monsters, of the pre-hero Marvel monsters, man. It was just fantastic. I loved every moment of Monsters Unleashed. The core book. The side books were basura.
The Point MU. Oh, that was bad. That was
terrible. Terrible.
so bad.
Terrible.
And then the Gwen covers.
Didn't even notice those.
They were like Gwenpool monsters. No, Gwen monsters.
Why?
Because
they ran out of ideas for variant covers? Oh! Oh.
Oh, shit.
Just a public service announcement brought to you by Pete's Basement.
No, brought to you by him. Him. I don't know what's coming in his mouth. I'm not co-signing this shit.
If you know anyone who went out and bought that 1 out of 1,000 John Romita recolored variant cover of Amazing Spider-Man 25, if they spend $5,000 on this cover, do them a favor and punch them in the dick. You have to, because there is something seriously wrong with them. Punch them in the dick, and then take a fucking something heavy, a heavy object, and you hit them. You hit them on the side of their head until they realize what they've done and put it back on eBay and get rid of it.
I'm not co-signing this. We at Peace Space, we do not support this kind of violence on people. We do not tell you.
If you have $5,000, you should be buying an old comic, an investment, a fucking go buy an old Action Comics. Go buy a Detective Comics.
$5,000, you could do that.
Fuck that. Make an investment. You want to fucking collect comics? You want to make an investment? Go buy something Golden Age. A book like that is not sustainable. Ever. That price tag is going to drop. And as an example, I give you the fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Amazing Spider-Man 121 variant cover was 1 out of 1,000. The book cost $1,500 to start with. You can get that for $750, let's say, on eBay. And those are buy it nows. Those are people who just desperately want some part of their money back so they can know in their soul that they are not a complete fuck up in life. They are failures and they are trying their best not to be. Let them be failures. Let those books sit there for $750. You know what I like to do? When I see assholes like that, I like to, because it's usually buy it now or best offer, I like to offer them $100. And then when they say, come on, man, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, you're the stupid asshole that bought it for over $1,000. I'll give you $100 for it. Because I'm a dick. Example number 2. They had some stupid expensive Alex Ross variant covers out because Marvel's douchey like that.
Yeah.
There was a Champions variant. That was really nice, actually. They wanted $150 for it when it first came out. And it was all over. It was the biggest craze all over the fucking eBay world if you were looking for like new variants. I I tend to subscribe to some searches on eBay just to, you know, mostly to prove my point in cases like this. I got an email recently that the book is as low as $35. When it gets under $25, maybe I'll buy it. Because my own rule: do not spend more than $25 on a variant cover.
Modern one. Oh no. Yeah.
Well, there was really no such thing as variants back in the day, and if there were, you probably didn't know about it because it was either a printing error or like there's an Amazing Spider-Man 400 variant with a white cover, like a pure white cover.
Printing error.
Whatever. Mine was slightly gray. I'm like, I don't care. I didn't like that cover anyway. It's a stupid cover. It's not even like foil embossed. It's not shiny or anything. It's just, it's like a piece of white cardboard that's kind of got some craggles in it. And if you turn it the right way in the light, maybe it looks like Spider-Man if you're fucking stoned off your ass. Now, there's a Spider-Man 408 variant with Ben Reilly. There's a white cover and Spidey on the thing. This shit still sells for like maybe over $100. And there's a cassette tape included with it. If you got the cassette tape, it's like fucking almost $300. It's ridiculous. Ridiculously priced.
Some people
Stupid
are like, what's
shit.
a cassette tape on
Exactly, they are. Some people are going to be like, what's a CD? But you know what CDs also make? Dandy fucking sharp frisbees. You can fling them right at somebody.
Considered a villain? No, he's not.
Silver Surfer's a hero. Silver Surfer is a hero. Because in his first appearance, he turned against his master. He might have been a villain for like the first 2 issues of Fantastic Four, but overall, he is a hero.
Christopher White said, waste of money. Jar, as someone who works in comic retail, I agree. Christopher White, I love Alex Ross' work. He's become a character of himself. All the heroes and villains are always posing.
That's true.
Fuck, man. When was the last time he did an interior? Justice?
Yeah, he phoning it.
Did he even do the interiors of Justice?
No, he did some shit probably for Dynamite.
I don't remember him doing interiors for Dynamite.
You have
There's a free... Alright, you want to run a free comic?
Okay, here we go.
When was the last time Alex Ross did an interior?
Like all of interiors?
Whole book. Whole book.
Okay.
Yeah. Like fucking Marvels or Kingdom Come. When was the last time he did an interior?
So the hashtag, what would you rather spend $5,000 on?
That's a long hashtag.
Well, just, I don't know, a better hashtag than that. But just another, like, internet thing to see what people would say. So, like...
What could you do with $5K?
Right. Would you rather spend, 5,000 cans of tuna fish?
5,000 of those dollar pizzas in the city.
Yeah.
I'll buy a grand piano. $5,000.
You can buy a baby grand for $5K.
Yeah.
You can definitely get one of those.
5,000 baby grand chocolate bars.
Isn't that sad now? Candy bars are $1.
I remember.
Sometimes they're more than $1, depending on where you go.
Remember we get candy for pennies?
Yes.
We're that old.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Because you're not that old.
It's a shame.
I don't even remember.
We're knocking on 40 here. Oh
Shut the fuck up, man. We were supposed to end this episode on a high note.
It is a high number. Harbor Girl's laughing. Harbor Girl, I love you. You're sweet. You're cute as hell.
We're getting out of here before this gets any worse and we get any older. Hit us up, guys. Questions at Pete'sBasement.com, Facebook.com/Pete'sBasement, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, everywhere else on @Pete'sBasement. Remember now we got 2 contests going, and for a free comic book, whoever answers it first, send us an email at questions. What was Alex Ross's last interior work? And we'll see you guys next week. Pete's Basement is copyrighted 2017, Ripped Productions. All rights reserved, so go fuck yourself. It was...
For those on Periscope, watch the show on YouTube.
Watch the shit on YouTube. But I'm going to tell them right now anyway.
Oh, you're so nice.
I am nice.
You are nice.
I am.
What? Dick Twinkies.
Dick Twinkies?
I was trying to think of what would be appropriate as the opposite of
Cuntmuffins.
Dick Twinkies, I think, does it.
Dick Twinkies. We have some pretty fucked up hashtags this week. Just throwing it out there.
Imagining like what would hold the shape of a giant penis.
And it's got cream. It's cream filled, so really it works on a lot of levels.
Right.
Absolute is 10 years younger than us.
Christ.
I'm finishing these two.
I remember 25.
I don't.
And you weren't even smoking pot or nothing.
No. It's just life.
Okay, when I say go, I want everybody to make as much noise as possible, and I'm going to do this pan across the room, okay? You ready? Are we ready? Not yet.
We're going to practice the applause-o-meter. I want to see this applause-o-meter break the scale, okay? Ready?
Ready?
1, 2, go! You can see that applause meter in action in my costume contest at 4 on the 18th floor after this movie.
Thank you, Z. I wanted to thank the Big Apple Con for having us. Zorik right here has been amazing. Thank you, Zorik. Let's hear for Big Apple Con again. Come on. They're putting a great event. I just wanted to thank you also, everyone, for coming. It's a thrill to be here. I live in Los Angeles. Mike and Zorik saw the film. They believed in the film. They brought me out here. And I'm thrilled to be here. I love New Yorkers. New Yorkers are awesome. And again, I wanted to thank everybody. There's so many things I want to say, but I got to keep this short. Do you guys love comic books?
Yeah!
Do you love Stan Lee? Yeah! Do you love Frank Miller? Yeah! Okay, well then you're in for a treat. I spent 14 years on this film. I'm proud of it, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. And this is one of those films where if you see someone on the screen you love, you yell, you scream, you go, yeah! You'll laugh, you have fun. It's that kind of film, all right? So don't be afraid, be yourselves, and just have a great time. And without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed comics beyond the comic book pages.